Good morning, guys. Now, I'm going to read a novel to you. I want you to pay attention very carefully. Just 10 minutes from your time, okay? The decision was taken, only one. There was only one ticket to the opposite bank. The boatman was definite. He would give the unsuspected, innocent hope for tomorrow to only one. He would become the hero for the remaining. He was not even asked. Preparation started. The mother fermented bread. The father advised him. The big brother encouraged him. The bad hour arrived. He wore warm clothes. He squeezed all his life into a nylon bag. There, with documents, the bread, the money. The material weight of the load is negligible. The moral, though, dangerous for a young boy. The black moment of their farewell came. As well-performing actors joined for the last applause, the scene was overwhelmed by human dignity, Stoicisness' beautiful smiles. No one would allow the tragically offensive sound of the clatter to overshadow them. Their faces calm, their gaze tender, their voice in the last goodbye is simply eloquent. The boy turned his back. He was lost in the darkness of the night. Soon he was in the sea. For the first time he hated her. This dishonest lady would take him away from home, from his family, from himself. He resonated with 10 unknown souls. Their sick journey began. The sea demonstrated its superiority. Waves blasted the rotten boat wildly, as if he did not want to pass them across in a strange place, as if she owned them. She wanted to keep them and so many others. In a wretched way, she sent them to her guts, and now they have reached their own turn. The boat was shredded, since offense and tragedy prevailed. Fear was followed by anger. The wrath was followed by despair. Despair, longing for life. The black-haired boy started to get angry with the sea. His eyes were glowing with cold, his voice spasmodic. They were drowned by the massive waves. He was instantly forced to fight. As a loyal soldier, he didn't find the strength to reach his destination. Only then he would not betray those who trusted him. And he did it. He touched the foreign land, the foreign soil. He and 3 others. 4 ragged, breathing souls. The battle, however, was not over. They knew that now everything would start. Fishermen, single fishermen, were found near them. They caressed them. He was lucky. The fisherman who approached him had a face, eyes, compassionate. He took him home, stone, whitewashed, all 2 rooms. He threw wood on the stove and offered him tea. The boy began to warm up his body, his soul. He rolled up his sleeves. He took off his bag. He showed it to the fisherman. Yes, for him, this blue bag was his paradise. With devotion, he caught the photo with his beloved family. Then, with a blurred eye, he touched the scarf. He opened it with his hands trembling. "Oh, Mom, how much I miss you!" he exclaimed. "Treasure, just a piece of bread." He brought it close to his face. He kissed it. He smelled it. The smell of his home penetrated him. The smell of his mother. He couldn't bear the feeling. He cried out. Mr. Patelis was scared. He was frightened by the emerging grief of the young boy. For a moment he stood quite confounded. For years now he was lost in his loneliness. His unique friends, the Gunnels. He did not remember how you console a wounded child. He opened the door, the windows, cold air invaded the room. He shuddered them. Blow, wind, take his pain, redeem him. The boy started to come round. Due to the surprise of the cold visitor, the tired face of his host. "Sleep, my boy. Get some rest. Tomorrow, that will bring the next tomorrow, will begin to cure you. Do not hurry. The future, as silent as it stands in front of you, does not scare you. I will stand next to you, and my friends will teach you how to fly. The day you give them your bread, then you will be ready. You will open up, my boy, your wings. You'll see. Now you're afraid, but when the big day comes, you will manage. He raised his restored body. The words of the old man, these unfamiliar words, wrapped him, calmed him. He surrendered to sleepy struggle. He flashed in the underground of his mind. He talked. He called his brother, his friends. He confronted the waves that rose, not the sea, but his memories. An uninvited sunshine, full of crawling, burst into the room. It lit his face. He opened his eyes. He snickered in the small room. At that time, the fisherman entered. He smiled at him, almost paternal. There was someone knocking on the door. A visitor arrived. It was for the boy, one of the souls that won yesterday's waves. Mr. Padalis silently slipped out. At that moment, no one should be among them. They began to pull the threads out of the bumps of their lives, their minds. What united them was not the common language, the common homeland, the common religion, but only common pain to keep their past alive without hurting them, to move forward, to survive, their minds to remain free of black thoughts. No bullet ever to find them. Do not even reach them. We did it, yes. At noon we'll go to the nearby town, the reception center. Will you come? The boy looked at the seagulls. He was jealous of them. Their arrogant style, the power of their mogul. He wrote his fellow countrymen, "No, it is early. I will stay until I finish my mission here on this piece of land." Good luck, my friend. He stayed on his own. He heard the sounds. He was left in the sea breeze. He closed his eyes. He pounded the moment. It was his moment. He opened it, gave it substance and duration. This small, insignificant moment under the heat of the sun managed to penetrate into his soul. A smile flashed across his face, redefined his existence. He shouted loudly, "I'll make it! Mother, father, brother, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Just do not forget me." His voice eerie whistled. These few seconds were his own seconds. Even the gulls were scared. Mr. Padalis ran to the boy. The language was foreign. He didn't know what to do. He sat across from him. He looked at him, wanting to comfort him. He pulled out of his pocket the harmonica. Its melody seemed to relieve the face of the young boy. He removed the black shadows of fear that hid his eyes. Now he could see the light that was hidden behind them. The two strange friends talked to each other using their mother tongue for days, until the boatman of life began to learn his first words. Even if they were those of few, he started to like the foreign country. He was skeptical, did not know whether he would stay here or would be transferred elsewhere. Tomorrow he would face it, however, when he would arrive. For the moment, he was sharpening his skills for the day and trained for his future, his past, precious talisman. The fatal day did not take long to come. He took the scarf. He took out the dry bread, bread watered with maternal tears. A decisive step, and he was found near the sea. He cut it and began to throw it to the skylovers who approached him. Mr. Padalis watched the sea. The time has come, he thought to himself. The terrified boy looked in the man's eyes, ready to fight with foreign lands, loneliness. My friends, today I will leave. Do not ask me where to. I wish I knew. Wherever the caravan of life takes me out, I will find to reach out for my life. Thank you. When walls stand in front of me, I will fly to escape. You were good trainers, not only of my mind, but also of my hovering soul. He looked for his favorite fishermen. The two men sat opposite to each other. Mr. Pantelis gave his friend his harmonica. He responded with a smile, a precursor of the next steps. Exactly as the word was, he would still continue to go on.